Hello everyone, this is Suneve and I'm coming to you with Cozen, a body painter ex-reader by A Poisonous Lie. We're going to be starting off with Chapter 2. After everything was done, the sun was setting and the only thing you wanted to do was lay down. Your mom, on the other hand, was already on the floor with her papers on her lap. The house looked so empty without the furniture, making the place looking bigger than it already was. You make your way upstairs, look more around at the house. It looked dark and with lots of space. It was too much for only two people living in a big house, and you didn't seem to mind. You could just have fun by yourself when your mother was gone. Now, you knew your mother would send you to school once everything was ready. You weren't ready, though. You still wanted to be alone with no one to bother you, but your mother didn't seem to notice and would still send you to school, just to make you feel better. You sigh and sit down on the floor, thoughts surrounding you, thinking about your friend. Maybe it was time to move on. Your mom and aunt were right that at the point you had to move on, you couldn't stay like this forever. You could make more friends this time, maybe. You looked out the window. It was cloudy, gray clouds, moving fast due to the wind. Days passed, and you felt a little better now. Though you still weren't ready to go to school, but still there was no change in that. Your mother already made up her mind that you were going to school once it starts, since it was still on summer vacation. You weren't surprised, though. Days were going to pass by really quickly for you to go to school, and just with the days passing by, your mother would make this house a whole new place already filled with more furniture and photos. You sit on the sofa, feeling its softness. It was surprisingly comfortable. You slowly lay your head on it, trying to relax for a bit and not think too much about school. Still, as days passed, nothing was different. Just the house quickly getting filled with furniture as you expected. Your mother walking with papers in hand, as always, almost ignoring your presence as work was always in front of her. You expected this to happen, of course, and at this point, thinking about going to school was way more better than staying in your house and getting ignored by your mother thanks to her new job. You slowly make your way outside, and once you're out, you close the door behind you as a warm breeze greets you. It sure was hot, but it was more refreshing than being inside. It was a very sunny day. You were a bit startled, though, as a bunch of kids passed by with bicycles and laughing. Others were playing tag. That's when you realize how lonely you actually were. You sit down on the pavement as you gaze at the kids playing as sunlight reflects on them. It didn't seem to bother them since they were so distracted in playing. Hopefully, you'll make friends at school. You doubted you could make friends this instant. Though as you were wandering around, you noticed a brown-haired boy also sitting down just like you. He was completely entranced by other kids playing, and he didn't notice your presence like you did with him. His brown eyes were so focused on other things. He looked quite timid. Maybe he was also new? You smile a bit, and you forget sometimes that you're not the only one who moves or is lonely. People move a lot in order to have a good future, or children who move to have better education, better house, or even better new friends. You get up and head back inside. Maybe going to school wasn't so bad as you thought it would be. Maybe making new friends there wouldn't be a bad idea either. The first day of school was around the corner, and you were ready with your school supplies. It wasn't much, just simple things that were needed in your handy backpack. Luckily, the school didn't demand for a uniform, so you could wear whatever that made you feel comfortable. You held tightly on the necklace. You were going to make sure to put it on every day, no matter what. You were going to make sure to never let go of it. Hours passed, and you were in bed already. You were supposed to be sleeping, and you knew you had to start school soon, and you needed to have enough sleep to get ready, but your worries weren't making it any easier for you. No matter how many times you told yourself that everything was going to be fine, there was always that thought making you think that there was going to be one thing wrong and it would ruin your whole day. You shake your head and you moved your body to the side, your eyes meeting the wall. You're not going to get any sleep. Morning finally arrived, and luckily you did get to sleep a little. Surprisingly, you didn't feel tired, but you were still tired at the same time. You slowly get up from your bed and made your way to your closet to look at the stuff you needed to put on. As you put your clothes on, you grab your backpack with you and head downstairs. Once you were there, you're greeted by silence. You expected at least a good morning from your mother, but she was sitting on the chair as her face was on some papers. As you looked closely, you noticed how many papers were scattered on the table and on the floor. You slowly back away and try your best to make your breakfast quietly. You never quite understood about your mother's job. You kind of had an idea that she had to fill a bunch of papers, but she never really told you what it was. But from the papers you read, it seemed as if she had to be on a rush to complete those papers on time, just like a student with her assignments or homework. You sigh as you take a bite of your sandwich. You still had time to enjoy your breakfast in peace. You still had time before your bus arrived, so you stayed watching TV for a bit. Let's see how this day will go. That is the end of that chapter. Chapter after that one is chapter 3. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. And until next time, bye bye.